I'd love to get your reaction to a few things, and
Yep.
we can kind of go back and forth. But let's start with the game on Saturday night with Notre Dame and Texas A&M. I think a lot of us thought that was going to be a game that Notre Dame playing at home, kind of in a must win, that they were going to be able to take care of business. But man, Mike Elko, Marcel Reed, what an incredible game that went back and forth. What stood out to you about this? And this kid played at my son's high school, so I've known Marcel Reed since
Really?
he played as Montgomery Bell Academy. He actually played Zach's I think is Zach's Zach's junior year. Marcel Reed was a freshman. And so, yeah, he's a Montgomery Bell Academy kid in Nashville.
Oh.
Great kid. I've known him since actually elementary school. That's how long I've known him. But great dude, unbelievable win. What were your thoughts about this one? The Notre Dame really needed this win to get the 1-1. What do you think?
You start to learn something about these teams. And I think when we get into our top 5 teams, we're going to get deeper into this thing, because now, like, we really get to give our top 5 and get to give some explanation of how we arrive at these things.
Yeah.
So now we have to learn something about Marcel Reed and Texas A&M. Hey, we know they're a pretty good football team, but when you go on the road at Notre Dame and hang in there, now deal with some adversity. Marcel Reed takes a big hit, down for a second there, comes back in, fights back in, have to go down, score at the end. This game deserved overtime. It just
it did.
It deserved overtime. It's unfortunate for Notre Dame and Marcus Freeman that they missed the extra point. But you did learn that Marcel Reed and those receivers, Craver and Concepcion, big time dudes, like big time playmakers. And it's going to be fun to watch A&M moving forward. And I'm happy that Notre Dame is still ranked in the AP.
Yeah, I am too.
They played 2
great teams,
really good football teams,
yep,
and played them to the end. And I love the idea of they're 0-2, so they have to be like kicked out.
Yeah, like you're out. You're out. Yeah.
So I love the fact that they're still ranked.
And the thing that I think, you look at these scores, they're up 10 with 6 minutes to go. I mean, at home, you're thinking, even if they give up a score with CJ Carr and Price and the backs that they have, they're going to be able to manage this and be able to get out of here and win this football game. But boy, Notre Dame, I agree with you. 0-2, their season is not over. I heard a lot of people say it's a must win, even though it's only week 2.
Yes.
They don't really have anybody ranked remaining. SC is going to be ranked by the time they play them.
Mm-hmm.
I personally think, because they competed in these games, they took Miami down to the wire.
Yes.
And competed and lost late. Obviously, this game with A&M competed down to the wire. I think when the dust settles, we're going to see A&M's a very good football team. So I'm with you. I don't think this season's over. I don't think they're done, even if they finish 10-2. There's so much football left to be played. I'm actually impressed with Notre Dame, even though they're sitting at 0-2. What about A&M? We've talked in the preseason. Texas with Arch Manning, LSU with some of the additions that they picked on the defense side of the ball, like Alabama, Georgia.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on A&M? Kind of a team that was maybe that second tier when August came around, and now we've got a little bit of evidence to see that they're sitting there at 3-0 with a really impressive win in South Bend.
A&M is one of those teams to me that if you've been in it for a little while, you've seen plenty of years where they've been talented, and somehow, some way, they don't find a way to get over the hump. They don't find a way to get into that top tier. So I always approach them, teams like A&M, teams like Miami. It's like, I got to see first before I just believe that it's going to be what it is. Now, I don't think A&M I don't think they have Notre Dame. Not Notre Dame. I don't think they have Georgia. I don't think they have Bama. I don't think they have Tennessee on their schedule. And so when you look at the SEC and you start to navigate pathways, how to get through it.
Yeah.
If they stay healthy, I think that they're sitting in a really good place to be in the conversation at the end, because if you can get through the SEC, and I'm not making it sound like those other teams are cupcakes or pushovers, but if you can avoid those 3, you're pretty excited.
Right.
You're pretty happy about that.
Yeah.
And if they can get to the conversation about getting into the SEC championship game against whoever it is, now you've basically put yourself in the playoff, I would think.
Yeah. Yeah, and look, you got Auburn coming up, and that's a game
Mhm.
that is at home.
Yes.
Mississippi State at home. Florida is at home. They go to Arkansas, which is potentially a tricky game. They go to LSU, which is going to be a massive game. That's
Mhm.
late in October. They go to Missouri. Again, these SEC games on the road can always be tricky. That's early November. They got South Carolina at home, and they got Texas at the end of the year on the road. So dare to dream if you're an Aggie. I mean, this,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yes. But
And
they're nervous. They're like,
oh yeah, oh yeah. And I will still
Yeah.
say this about Marcel Reed again, just knowing him. He's one of those, some guys at that position, the moment's either too at times big. I've never seen him compete since imagine. I think sometimes playing as a freshman in high school in a good program in a good league, when you're
Mhm.
14 and you're playing against seniors in high school, that to me is as impressive as a 19, 18, 19-year-old freshman playing in college. When you're 13 or 14, and he did that, and he's just ice. He's just one of those guys, doesn't matter what the moment is. He just has those intangibles. And I think now that it's his team, last year he was back and forth with Connor Wiegman. Now it's his team.
Mhm.
He's going to bring a belief, not just to the offense, but to the defense, to Mike Elko. When
Yeah.
you're right at that position, you know how that affects the entire roster. And I think
Absolutely.
A&M's right at that position. And it'd be interesting to see how they handle the euphoria, pats on the back, and just
Oh
get
yeah.
back down. You know what I mean? Because that's the next challenge is everybody telling you how great you are after you get a big win like that.
Yeah, they earned it. They
Yeah.
absolutely earned it. I'm sure Notre Dame fans want you to quit showing that play.
Oh,
Uh,
gosh.
there was an there was an egregious hold in the
There
middle.
was
Egregious. One of
the
those ones
the
that's
left
like,
guard.
yeah,
There's penetration. He locked onto the
he
guy.
he tackled the guy.
He
He literally
did.
tackled the guy.
Yeah.
And that's one of those ones, and I know Marcus Freeman, Notre Dame, they're going to get into this. Because from a coaching standpoint, you want to be like, yeah, that's not the play that lost us the game. There's so
Yeah.
many plays in a game,
That
and we don't
was
we don't focus on one. Whew,
that one.
that one was a big one. I mean, he tackled and then you say
And then he got out of the pocket to his left and makes the
and
throw.
makes the throw, and it's like you want to say, hey, how do you miss that? Like, how
Yeah.
would you, give Marcel Reed all the credit in the world. Love the play design. They throw the ball to the one guy. I'm not going to try to say his name again. To the one guy that is in single coverage by
Yeah.
himself. Everyone else has like 2, 3 guys around him because you got Craver and Concepcion on the
Oh
field.
yeah.
Obviously,
You got to take them out.
you got to take them out, and
Yeah.
the one guy, and it's a great play. But my gosh,
Yeah.
like,
And I'm pretty big on always the refs are human. They're going to miss some calls,
yes,
but that one right there in the middle of the pocket where there was initial penetration, you would think the penetration would have caught the
yeah,
referee or the umpire's eye, and then the reaction to it, it was pretty apparent, and maybe that's part of the reason Notre Dame didn't drop in the rankings.